Yeah. Good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. What's up, bro?
Wow. Without the earpieces, you sound even louder. I need to put them back in.
Well, what we've discovered is, I discovered it about 6 months ago, but I like just seeing those things hanging out of Will's ear for the last 6 months. I was just, didn't want to tell him about it.
And I didn't notice you didn't have anything in your ears at all.
You didn't notice for the last 6 months I haven't had earphones?
No. You've just been torturing me for 6 months.
Torturing you? Well, I figured the kids are probably sleeping. You don't want to wake them up. It's all pura vida, man.
It is all pura vida.
All right, everybody, remember, if you are watching us on YouTube, click that subscribe button. Ticking. One day these technical challenges will be overcome. I'm going to pop the disclaimer in. I'll fix it. At the end of the show, I'll have the disclaimer ready. We'll go ahead, share your screen. But remember, everybody, option trading is risky. We are absolutely not telling you what to do. You need to do your own research. That's what the Chameleon's for. If you are on the Chameleon, watching us right now on the Chameleon, tick in the box right-hand side, top right-hand side, and follow along with the data and analytics. You get 7 days free to subscribe. Go ahead, click that subscribe button. What do you got for us today, brother?
What are we doing today? I forgot. I was scrolling down. This popped up on the feed. Always interesting to see a biotech with a ton of call volume.
Yep.
Just be aware the company has a following event April 9th. It seems like if you're looking for something, I mean, it's $1.60 the stock. If you're going to piggyback, it's just interesting that it's, up into this event. I mean, let's take a look at that further. I didn't.
What do you like about it? You just like that call activity?
There's a ton of call activity.
Yep.
It does have,
Careful. Head on a swivel.
Always. That we have this company event calendar, right?
Yep.
Lets you know when. So it does have a conference. These conferences, anything can be mentioned.
Yep.
So there you go. Just something to keep an eye on. Boeing was in the news again this morning. Really more negative news. The pilots actually tried all of the, or at least a few of the steps that Boeing trains for with this airline.
So have they released the black box footage or anything, or that's based on the black box?
Yeah, that's based on the black box. So, the stock is actually up in the pre-market. I mean, even with negative news, the bulls are in charge. I mean, this stock, the back orders are so large, and once they put these airlines back online and they start producing again, I mean, it could be really bullish. So if you want to take a bullish position but not own the stock outright, the options are a great way to go. Identifying your maximum risk, you still have downside cushion available right here. Return if the stock goes up or sits where it is. So theoretical edge, win rates, is a lot of availability in Boeing to backtest and find bullish credit put spreads if you want.
So wow. So the pilots tried whatever their remedies are, which are like pull up, and it didn't work.
Well, what happens is when any of these airlines come out, Boeing has simulators probably all around the world, or maybe every pilot flies to the Boeing Central.
Yep.
It's Boeing in Seattle. Well, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the mechanisms come on that shouldn't come on, and there was a series of steps to override it,
mm-hmm.
and it sounds like they were following those series. So I mean, it's just a bearish headline that hits the tape, and they're talking about, and the stock, is actually up in the pre-market.
Wow.
So actually, I wonder what this earnings stock pattern detected.
What do you got, man?
This is off. This is nothing I looked at, so I'm just trying to absorb it in. It looks like the move into earnings, 9 of the last 12, 75% has been a 2.9% move into earnings of the stock.
Yep.
So that is what it's telling us. Next earnings date is between April 24th and 26th. It hasn't been actually popped onto the books yet. So this is our basically those chameleons running on the constant treadmill. This is the analysis based on all the previous data is when it's going to be released into the market.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be this month. So it's something to keep an eye on, and keep an eye on the stock. And anyways, the bullish spreads would benefit from that as well. So there you go. The next thing I did was look at stock seasonality. We didn't do it at the end of the month.
We haven't done seasonality in quite a while.
Yeah, so I figured we'd look at April and see what type of opportunities. We're only a couple days in. And so this is a premium back tester of all the data for all the stocks in the marketplace and how those stocks perform in all the months. So I'm looking, I dropped down to 8 years of observations.
Yep.
I'm looking at an average return 2.5%, median return 2.5%. And we're going to do the calendar month of April and let it just populate. And now, so I organized earlier as I was looking at it by the number of the most positive. So these are 100% of these observations have been positive returns over the last 8 years in April.
Past performance does not equal future results.
That is true. That's definitely true.
Look, I mean, it's incredible, right? 11 years in a row, but this could be that odd 12th year. You got to be careful. I mean, this is certainly no guarantee, but you are taking out these pieces of history and, give yourself a little edge, hopefully.
As most of the market is. Yep. And but the one thing, Sun Oil is one of these oil and gas companies that, still have not come anywhere near their highs. So that Sun was one. Home Depot was another one that popped up to me here of interest. Looking at Home Depot, I looked rather than just buying the stock because it's a $194 stock to see if there were some bullish spreads I can put on and maybe take in some money and identify my risk. Obviously, something like this happens, and then, I mean, Home Depot would be hard to actually, like an airline or Tesla. What would be the worst thing that could happen to Tesla?
The cars just start driving off the road.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's worse than Musk dying?
That's tough. Yes. If all Teslas simultaneously drove off the road into a ditch, that would be worse than Elon Musk.
I hate to veer off course, but as of yesterday, you told me this was all good for the AI.
Dude, you somehow believe that's possible. I don't believe that's possible. You do.
Well, I think anything could happen. Who knows?
Well, dude, I could fly to I could magically be transported to the moon right now, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I thought Musk was working on that. Space elevators. I thought that was the next step.
I didn't say working on it. I said happen right now. Right. It's possible, but I don't think it's probable. Well, anyways, just like I don't believe all the planes are going to fall out of the sky.
Home Depot to me doesn't seem to have one of these risks in the variable where all of a sudden you come in like Boeing and there's a plane crash.
Yep.
They don't have this crazy dynamic CEO or.
Why are you comparing the two?
I'm not. I'm just giving you risk to buying the risk to just going out and buying the stock is all of a sudden you come in, stock's half price and you've lost half your money.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying if you're buying a $200 stock, which you're going to choose?
With the put spread, you can go in or whatever you do with a bullish spread, whether it's a debit or a credit, you can go in and you can identify what your max loss is. Gotcha. And that's, lets you know what could happen to your overall portfolio. It's a nice feature. So we're going to look at theoretical edge. So we want anything positive and a cushion of at least 1%. And so there are 7 spreads you can look at that have all those theoretical edge, high win rates.
So you're going to show us an exact same one in Tesla, and you're going to be like, why is this the same deal?
No, I was just using Tesla. Tesla was just my example of a stock which has it's got a bunch of high risk dynamics.
Absolutely.
You just mentioned one, and they've got leadership risk, as does JP Morgan. I mean, you've heard me tout William
Diamond.
Sapphire. Oh, it's Jamie
Diamond.
Yeah, Jamie Dimon.
But wait, what does William Sapphire think about Jamie Dimon?
He loves Jamie Dimon.
Do you know sapphires are far more rare than diamonds? Did you know that, Will?
I did. I actually, my engagement ring was a sapphire. because of that. I felt if we were ever in a series where the world fell apart, we had something to actually build value.
Did you know that rubies are red sapphires, Will? Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, brother.
But you would know that because you were once a jeweler.
I was once in the jewelry business.
So the next thing I did was look at market cap to try to get see if there were any bigger names here that may interest me. And
what do you got, man?
Oh, Yum Brands right there. So it's
like Yum.
Do you know what Yum Brands is?
Yum. Yeah, man. Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC.
Halliburton was another one that popped up there, which is another big oil refiner. Actually, we didn't even talk about Sun Oil. Sun Oil was in the first one. It's a smaller cap.
Yep.
But it's an oil and gas play. You can see over the last 3 years, it's been as high as 41. As the whole sector collapsed under recessionary fears going into the end of last year, got as low as 27. It's made a nice comeback. I mean, if the economy continues, at 2 to 3% growth, there's no reason these oil and gas can't come back to their, previous highs, in my humble opinion, for what it may or may not be worth. But so I just looked because of that. You never know what can happen.
Yep.
I looked at again some credit spreads. Let's again theoretical edge. Look for the cushion, and there you go. Suncor, a bunch of opportunities to get bullish, take in money, know your max losses, cushion if it goes down, upside returns. I mean, these returns are all. I mean, any of us would take those returns, right?
Sure.
For the next 60 days.
Yep.
Halliburton was next on the list. This is one of the large oil and gas. It's at $29. Let's see where it was in the last.
Boy, Will's really got you're doing some silent time today. Are we going to maybe we should do a silent show where we just show the chameleon and don't actually talk? What do you think?
Actually, I think it's great.
I could just play a gong every 20, 30 seconds. Dong.
Just live chameleon. Well, they're able to see the chameleon. They can look around too if they have any questions. I want to see.
Look around. Yeah, man. You got to fill the space though, man. You got to fill the space with speaking.
They actually say silence is wonderful.
Will, I believe a teacher I had said silence is golden. Will, golden.
It is. It's absolutely golden.
You're killing me today, man. What's up, dude? What's happening, dude? You got
there you go.
You got other things on your mind today? What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
No, I'm trying to bring.
I'm trying to
silence
think.
To the program.
Dude, I want you to make this sound. Every time you're thinking, just make this sound. Okay.
They say there's too much chit chat and noise on the show. I'm trying to bring a little zen.
A little bit of silence. Less chit chat, more chameleon, man. That's what they want. Less chit chat, more chameleon.
Moment of silence. So Halliburton as well. Theoretical edge we like. Lots of win rates above 80%. Your max loss, downside cushion, and returns if the stock drifts higher or stays where it is.
Nice.
Yum Brands was the last one that we were looking at and jumped up.
Yum, meet 'em up.
Pizza.
Can you name the movie, dude?
I'm hung. What is it?
Yum, meet 'em up.
Yum, meet 'em up or
eat 'em up. Yum, meet 'em up. All right, man. Whoever picks that movie out, Chameleon Cup, man. If you're in the continental United States, you hit me up with that. We will ship you a free Chameleon Cup.
I'm actually going to hand deliver them from now on.
I believe it's cheaper if you just drive them over there in your Tesla.
Who knew KFC was bringing back chicken and waffles?
Oh.
At my new body weight, I can't eat that, but man, my mouth just
I tell you what,
water.
dude, when we were in Miami, we ate at it was like a little sports bar next to the restaurant. It was like just the closest thing. We were tired one night. We literally just rolled in there, and we had the most delicious chicken and waffles. So delicious that we actually bought some waffles and some like chicken that you can make here, like the fried chicken you cook in the oven, just to have it here at home. It was delicious.
How was it at home? Good?
Not nearly as good.
Did you eat Did you eat it on top of each other?
Yeah. What do you mean, dude? Of course.
Well,
dude.
because some of the best chicken and waffles, it's actually really fried. It's not a chicken. Sounds to me like you got either a chicken breast. This is my guess.
Yeah.
Or like a chicken finger.
Well, it was somewhat like it was more like a chicken finger, like a fried thing, right? Yeah. But the sauce they had cooked it. I don't know, like it was a little spicy, dipping sauce type of thing was off the chain, man. And of course, then you get the full on waffle in the waffle maker. You know, we got the Eggos over here. Eggos aren't the same business, man.
Can we take a moment of silence just to absorb that and let my mouth
think? Let's just think about it. Dong.
You can't go 10 seconds without talking.
Oh, you're killing me, man. Actually, everybody tell me if you
amazing.
love that moment of the show. Just that dong.
So Yum Brands again. Let's look at the theoretical edge. Cushion. So a lot of Yum chicken and waffles coming back to KFC.
Yum eat 'em up, dude. If you have a kid, you know that movie, man. You don't know that movie?
Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. So there you go, seasonality screener. It's built for, stock opportunities, and you can always, with the stock opportunities, you can also look at options. So people who use this look to either play the stock, or you can use it to, backtest options and find something that's bullish based on this previous history.
Nice.
Last thing I wanted to talk about was Tesla.
Oh, back in the news.
Well, they were supposed to release their numbers yesterday. I'm looking at the press releases this morning.
Yep.
For the life of me, I don't see their numbers in these press releases.
Well, maybe something was off with the.
So stocks up. It's certainly not affecting the stock. I have no play here either way, other than, I know we've been bullish, bearish all over the place.
Yep.
But this NIO was one that was interesting. As I was reading down Tesla, there was an interesting article that I picked up on that ranked here it is, top 3 electric vehicles, EV vehicles, to watch in 2019.
Okay. Are there more than 3, or are there only 3? I don't know how many there actually are.
But this NIO, otherwise known the Tesla of China, Tesla's I don't know who runs NIO. I don't know anything. Are they just stealing Tesla's ideas? Who knows?
Right.
Because Tesla's supposed to set up a full operation in China, but China is trying to increase their EV adoption rates among their users. If the trade war ever ends, bringing in a cool foreign electric model, maybe something you could sell here. Who knows? But
have you looked at that one, dude? Have you done the search on that one?
Well, it's a $5
I would not
stock.
I wouldn't think cool would be the word you would use.
Oh, have you looked at it?
I think I've seen it, man. And cool is not it.
Next show, we will bring up a picture of the NIO. I just thought it was interesting. It's a $5 stock. No need to run out and buy it, but it is at the low end of its range. 52-week has been as high as 1380. So
careful,
just keep an eye on it.
Careful, man. Everybody head on a swivel there. Head on a swivel.
We were in our early investing days, we were early investors in what in China? Never fail.
Innermost technologies.
You could never fail. What? Cable
It's
TV.
the leading internet provider in all of China.
You invest in that in the early 90s?
Dude, we were so early. Wrong? It was off the chain early, dude. That was like that's look, you got to say, okay, you're too early, man, right?
Yeah.
It's like Google Glass or the the early versions of the iPad, which weren't made by Apple, it was too early, man. The tech wasn't right, Will. Tech wasn't right.
You're right. Internet at that time was hourglasses and dead time.
Yep.
You had to be really into it to be even engaged.
Yep.
Really into it.
So head on a swivel with NIO, man. Head on a swivel. Be careful, man. Be careful out there.
I will be. Thanks, chameleons.
You need to be, dude. You need to be. Remember, if you are on YouTube, click that subscribe button, tick the bell. Read down below if you want to read the disclaimer. But remember, everybody, we are just giving you ideas. We are absolutely not telling you what to do. Although some of those ideas are delicious, like Yum Brands. Yum.
Well, I don't know if Yum Brands is delicious, but certainly the waffles and chicken are delicious. And that being said, I don't know if they're delicious at KFC.
What?
I should clarify that. I have never eaten a KFC waffle and.
No, I didn't even know. I've never had. I've never had a waffle at KFC. Never.
Neither have I. I've had it once at Dunkin' Donuts, and it was not delicious. It was the opposite of delicious.
I didn't know they had them at D&D.
They had it like it's a special. That
it was like a special run
to see if they'd move them. I mean, it was not good. Not recommended.
You want to know the worst fast food breakfast?
Sure.
Croissant sandwich is the worst, dude. Do you know where Croissant is? You don't even know the restaurant, dude.
Let's debate. That's Burger King, and let's debate that on
another. Oh, he does know it. Okay, good job, man.
Food, I know. Movies, no.
Food, I know. No problems.
My mouth to memory is strong. Ears to memory not so strong. You have movement in the back of your house.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great day trading out there. Stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Love you, chameleons.